Hello everyone, it's me, Sara Savalaxs from My and Money channel. Today, I'm going to talk about different account type in Canada, what they are and what they are for, and how to use different account type to your advantage when you investing your money. The very first thing you have to know if you are in Canada, you have to know whether those accounts that you open, they are registered account or non-registered account. What does this really mean? A registered account just means that the government has some control over how you would withdraw your money and just a lot more paperwork to start your account. And the non-registered one, it's just the normal saving and checking account that you already used to it. So there's not a lot of paperwork behind, and the government doesn't really care how you're going to withdraw your money or deposit your money. So there you have it. Two kinds of account. You have to identify whether it is non-registered or registered account. So now you have it. There are two big type of account. The non-registered account, put it here. The non-registered account and the registered account. I borrow from my children. So this is just, as you see, the container to contain your money. And you are the one who going to be putting the money in. And some of the account in registered account, government will also help you put money in. So the main type of account that we have in Canada would be the saving and checking account, which for the investment purpose, I'm not going to mention about it too much. But for investment, this account is equivalent to something that the investment broker would call the margin account. So here you have it, the margin account, and then we also have tax-free saving account, and we also have RRSP for our children, and we have also RRSP for ourselves. And for some people like me, I also have RRSP account. It's also for retirement purpose, and there may be a few other kind of accounts. But first you have to identify whether that account that you have, it is registered or non-registered. Again, a registered one, it's just the government has some control over you. So for the purpose of investment, all these are just accounts. And what it does is the place where you put your money in. I'll put some money in all these accounts. Oops. So now you have it. Your margin account, your pension account like RRSP, your tax-free saving account, RRSP, RESP. So in your margin account, this is the account where you can buy and sell and short stock. And why does it call margin? Margin is just the kind of account that your brokerage or discount brokerage allow you to borrow money and invest. So you have that much money. Normally, your buying power would be more because that's where your broker allow you to borrow money from them, the house money, and then go and buy something with it. But of course, you have to return it with some interest. So that's a margin account. So for the registered account, like the RRSP, RESP, and tax-free saving account. So for tax-free saving account, it's just nothing more than the tax shelter. So you put your money in here, and you can go and buy different kind of stock or mutual fund or ETF from this account. And when you earn your profit, you don't have to pay tax from this account. But some people say, oh, that's not true because I get tax on this account. So what happened is the government told you that each year you can put $5 in this account. So you put it in, this $5 generate the money. That money inside, you don't have to pay tax for your capital gain. But if within a year you take this $5 out and you put back again at one point in the year that $5 back in, this amount the government will consider that you put more than $5 because you already put 5, you take it out and you put it back. When you put it back, that they consider as something that you gain and you have to pay tax on it. So that tax-free saving account, you can put money in and out from it. The purpose is to protect you from being taxed from your capital gain. And you can buy stock, mutual fund, ETF with it. And RRSP account, our Children Education Fund account. The good thing about RRSP account is, of course, government have some control over it with some rule that apply that you can withdraw when the kid is at certain age and you won't pay tax on it. And also, the government will give you some money once you put the money in. So, let's say if you put $5 in, the government say, okay, if you put in $5, I'm going to give you $1. So this is just the number that I take it out from air. So with RRSP account, the good thing is once you put the money in, the government gives you free money. So that is the best, right? You don't even have to invest and you already have your free money. So that's RRSP account. The RRSP account, this is the account that most of people confused. Even I was confused 10 years ago when I started, like what is RRSP, what is RSP? Like people use the word RRSP and RSP interactions and they're pretty much the same thing. So what does RRSP do? Again, it is a tax shelter from your income. So if you work for somebody, you get your wage or your salary. You have to pay tax on that income, right? So the government say if you have the RRSP account and you put a portion of your income into this account, you will not get tax on that portion. So let's say you earn $10,000 per year, just supposedly, and you have to pay tax on your $10,000. But if you decided that you're going to put $1,000 into RRSP, this is depend on how much room you have, of course, and you decide to put $1,000 in your RRSP account, then what you really have to pay tax on is only on $9,000 because that $1,000 is tax shelter when you put in RRSP account. But the catch is when you reach certain age, like 60, 65, you will be forced to take the money out from this account. And if at that time you earn much more than the time that you put your money in, those money will be taxable. So let's say just now the example, I put $1,000 in here to protect myself from getting taxed in that portion, which I earn $10,000, I put $1,000 here, so really I pay $9,000 on my tax, for my tax. But in the future, when I'm 60 or 65, I'm a very successful investor, I have a different business and I earn $50,000, let's say. At that time, I have to take the money out. I will be forced to take money out from RRSP. And then the money that I took it out from RRSP at that time will be considered as my additional income. So at that time, like when I'm turned 35, I'm going to earn $50,000, let's say. And then I have to take extra money out from this pie. Then it's going to be, it's going to be from $50,000 to $55,000. So I got to pay tax on the $55, which is going $55,000, which is going to be even higher tax bracket that I going to be susceptible to. So it's not such a good idea. So if you think that your ability to earn money will be increased as time go by, RRSP is not a very good way to protect yourself from paying tax because you will have to pay it at one point. And some account that I have, like RRSP account, this is a pension account. I cannot take any money out at all until I reach certain age. And even though the money in RRSP account is my money, but I cannot touch it. So now we already put money in all type of account, from margin to all the registered account. So as you can see, in all these accounts, what inside it money is really your money. So you actually can decide what to do with it in terms of purchasing your investment unit. So the investment unit here is like stock, option, ETF, mutual fund. But let's talk about stock and mutual fund and ETF for now, because a lot of us confuse about RRSP and mutual fund actually. But anyway, they are the same, because what really different is how, when and how you take the money out and the tax implication that make all these accounts different. That's it. Like the difference between each account is the tax policy and when you can take the money out. So, but now the money is in here. And we're going to use this money to buy something, buy the investment unit. So mutual fund or stock, they are just an investment unit type. So in all these accounts, you actually can buy anything, even RRSP. People always think that RRSP is only a mutual fund account. That is a wrong understanding. So mutual fund is actually a bunch of stock together. So if, let's say, if this is McDonald's stock, and this is Walmart stock, this is Cisco stock, Costco stock, Apple stock. So this is an individual stock. And here's your RRSP account. You can take money out from RRSP and purchase individual stock and put it in. This is your investment. You take more money out, you put it into your RRSP account again. So this is individual stock. But in the same time, you also want to buy a mutual fund. So you go to the bank, and the bank advisor often asks you to buy a mutual fund because that's what they get paid for. Every time they sell you a mutual fund, they would get the commission because they're able to sell you a product. So now, what is really mutual fund? Mutual fund is really a bunch of stock together. So they put them together, wrap them up. I don't have anything to brand them, to wrap them up as a bunch. And then you use your money to pay for that mutual fund again. And then you put it in your basket. So in your RRSP, you can have individual stock that you put in, and you can also have your mutual fund. And the same thing can be done with all these basket of account. So there you have it, the different kind of account and what you can do with it. So please subscribe. I will continue to put on the tips and knowledge about investment and money. And if you have any question or confused about something, please leave me a comment. I would be so happy to answer all the questions that you have if I know it. And if I don't, I will find somebody who can answer it for us.